What is up, Squadron? Click on this video. That means you have either listened to ViAbeZ, new joint I just dropped, or you haven't listened to it and you still want to check this shit out because you supported your boy, or I blew up and you backtracking on the YouTube. So whatever it is, whatever brings you here, thank you so much for rocking with me. This is something that I did on the last project, hashtag the cloud, which is giving you guys some artist commentary on it. If you're interested in the cloud commentary, it is actually only available on my SoundCloud, which I don't use anymore. So if you're going to be a mega fan, go to soundcloud.com/solo32. That's SOLOW, the number 3, the number 2. Scroll down a ways past when the cloud dropped, and it's there and it's dope. I super fucked with it. So that's kind of what is influencing this right here. Growing up, I really love DVD commentary. I love watching the movie with the commentary, seeing the shit that they're experiencing, like, you know, the whole behind the sound shit, and then rewatching the joint with that background information. So not to make this episode any longer than it needs to be, but this one's going over episode 1, track 1, appropriately named UKTV. Actually, just want to talk about the name real quick. When me and Freeze, who's my dedicated engineer, for the most part, shout out to you, XY Incredible. We'll get to you later episodes, but he's typically my stock engineer, my go-to engineer, my mentor, really my OG. He's the one that really helped crafted the rapper that you see before you. Him and a lot of things, but he's the one that really taught me how to like rap on some shit. Whenever he sends me the tracks like halfway through or like roughs, he'll give him like a quick name, or if maybe if I don't know the name yet, we'll like name it something else. And he was like, what's the name of this track? And I'm like, you know, the vibes. And he didn't want to type all that out, so he just typed out solo UKTV. And I was like, you know what, hey, it's kind of dope, you know, why not? I don't know why UKTV shout out to me. Maybe I get some people in England like, oh, like UKTVs as an English rapper. No, not at all. It's supposed to be for you, the vibes, but you know. Shout out to the people across the pond that played it. I actually wrote this joint while I was working on the cloud. It was weird, bro. It was super fucking weird because I'm writing this lyric shit while I'm writing other stuff for it, and I'm realizing like, this isn't for this. It might be for the next thing. For the people that have been rocking with me, they know that I tend to like to start off my projects, the ones that are like my projects, with a lo-fi beat. It's been from fucking brain space to the cloud to now with ViAbeZ. I want to use a lo-fi beat again, and I'm an artist in the way that everything that I do kind of has a purpose, and I wanted this one to sound like an outro but also an intro. And the only telling thing that gives it an intro, besides it obviously being track 1, was the fact that if you didn't know, I'm a DJ as well. Is when I press play on the track, it is the record starting up. So it's like, and that was some post-production effect that I did, and I'm East Coast to my core. Like I just love East Coast rap and all that shit, and I wanted to take some lyrics that I said throughout the record already and kind of cut them up, scratch them up, and like give like a preview to the preview of the shit. And I like to show off that shit too in my post-production. And in the post-production, I really wanted this album to really pop out. And so I was teaching myself stuff that I didn't want like anyone else to do, because I kind of wanted to learn how to do it. And one of the things I learned in this was how to pan from left to right ear. Okay. To the engineers out there, what do you mean how to pan? To the people that don't know, what do you mean how to pan? Panning in Audacity, which is what I do my post production through, really fucking hard. I had to use the envelop tool, and I had to duplicate the sections that I wanted and layer them on 2 separate tracks, and then pan one track all the way to the left ear, pan another one all the way to the right ear, and then envelop it, which is just a fancy way of saying fade it down and fade it up. And then I had to mirror those fade downs and fade ups from left to right to give it that smooth view of it like going on. Which is why, and I think I only did it in the second time I did the hook, the quote unquote hook. You know, the vibes, you can see it in my eyes. I did it the second time, so when it sounds like that, it's the first time I ever did panic. So if it sounded good, dope. If it didn't, fuck you. Fuck you, I did it. This track, bro, I wanted to have this be unequivocally me. I wanted this to show off my goofy side, my lyrical side, and like my interpersonal side. I think I give my best work when I give a piece of my mind to you all, and it's apparent to me in the first like 8 bars. So it's like style uncanny, blue jay eating blueberries, scaring you, looking through to a flock of canaries. I stay wary of witches, sell pitches of fairies. My IT killing you clowns. I'm Pennywise, or my IT is clowning you kids. I'm Pennywise and Dairy. Like there's so much information there. When I say a blue jay eating blueberries, I don't mean like a small ass like blue jay like just fucking picking at blueberries. That's what they fucking do. I'm like, if me specifically, 6'1" on a good day, am fucking blue jay, and I'm just fucking grubbing on fucking blueberries, popping in my mouth, you know, like that weird like anamorphic full ass person, and I'm not looking at you. I'm looking through these flock of canaries, and the canaries are other singers, right? Because canaries are considered are the birds that like sing, like, you know, singing like a canary. I'm looking at other rappers. I'm looking at other things. Like, I'm looking at you motherfuckers. I'm over here chilling, and they're like, "Ooh, who the fuck is this big ass fucking bird? You know, doing this shit." And then I stay wary of witches with sell pictures of fairies. As my buzz grows, and as it's going to continue to grow, like I'm wary of these motherfuckers that like do those too good to be true because it is type shits. And then my IT, my intellect, you know, my overall thing is a play on the word. Obviously, it's a play on like IT, but also it. That's why I hammer it in home with, I'm clowning you kids. I'm Pennywise and Dairy. And in this track, I like to be super word flippy. I really like to flip each ending bar to like kind of lead me into the next one. My IT clowning you kids. I'm Pennywise and Dairy. Plenty wise commentary. Pennywise and Dairy. What the fuck did I say? IT clowning you kids. I'm Pennywise and Dairy. Plenty wise commentary. Baptized in Hail Mary. Like even that, baptized in Hail Mary. The one thing, like I've had multiple religious ventures throughout my life and never been baptized. So I'm like, man, at this point, if it's baptized, it's fucking Hail Mary. Like yeah, baptized Hail Mary. Franchise primary. Like I'm the primary number. Franchise primary. Let me sum up the cemetery. Like let me just sum up like what my cemetery looks like. It's filled with a bunch of bitches I want to visit from Mr. Legendary. After I kill you, I keep your corpse, man. You in my shit now. Like, sorry, that's what you get for trying to come at me. Like, you in here. And that's what this cemetery is filled with. It's not filled with anyone else besides people that wanted to see me, wanted to visit from Mr. Legendary. Lengthwise, they pint size. I'm full size mercenary. You know, and then even fast forward to the track, because I don't want it to be like a bar for bar breakdown on some shit, but like even fast forward into the shit where it's like fuck. desktop fucking went to bed, so I'll probably change that. And then just throughout that, I really want to show like my overall intellect of just like, hold up, let me take a pause from the culinary. My literary makes it easy to feel the stationary. I remember when because I still write my rhymes in a notepad. Like I don't like type them on my phone. Maybe if I'm out and I think of something hot, I like typing on my phone. But when I'm writing, I'm writing. I'm sitting down. I'm fucking bro. I am sitting down and I am writing my lyrics down in notepads. That was just the first hand of stuff. I have drawers of notepads. I have drawers of notepads with lyrics in it of songs that have yet to be worked on. I'm fucking crazy, bro. And I remember writing down like my literary makes it easy to feel the stationary. Like I'm just like it's just fucking easy. And I just get to I like in this track I was just having fun with it. It's having like being super word flippy. And then to the engineering part, like Freeze fucking as he always does, he put his whole fucking arm in this track, man. Fucking neighbors bang on my door, like he panned that shit to the back left. I still freak out when that shit comes on. I thought someone is still knocking at my door. My door doesn't even sound like that, bro. People don't even bang on my door like that, bro. And I've never heard that door sound before in my life. That shit should not trigger a response of like, oh, someone's here. I'm in my car and I hear that gung 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 in the back left, and I'm like, who the fuck is trying to get into my shit? Like Freeze crazy with it. Even the hook. I wanted that shit to. My envision for that hook was like, I want someone that is high when they listen to this shit, just be like, you know the vibe, and you know the vibe. You can see it in my eyes. You can see it in my eyes. That's why even after Freeze like did the panning shit that he did, I threw it into my DJ board. And I threw the echo effect, and I started like fucking it up and shit. I really wanted that shit to sound double, triple, all like I wanted to sound crazy with it, bro. I wanted this first track to be a fucking movie. And then I also wanted to pay homage to like rap. I really wanted to pay homage to rap. I mean, I said probably the most overused line in hip hop is even Stevie can see me. And I even say it like that, like even Stevie can see me and he wonders how I shine. And I just elaborate because I think it's fun, like doing that elaborating shit. Like ladies Gaga at me and paparazzi in the line. Katy Perry the attack here, King Killer roar. Every time I bust a rhyme, they apply, give me some more. And it's funny because I wanted to pay homage to rap, but also that verse, I think that little section, that 4-bar section was like the last thing to be written because I wrote too short. I didn't know that there was another 4 that I need to write. So it's whatever came before that. Swear to God, you ASAP. All that. I'm raw like Deshaun boy. I stay super hot. Y'all don't know. I mean, internet's been out for a long time, but motherfuckers back in like that Super Hot Fire shit. That's the name of the dude, Super Hot Fire. If you don't know the videos, you know the gif of them like the dude like jumping back and the dude, oh, like that's Super Hot Fire. And the creator of that was named Deshaun Raw. That's why I'm raw like Deshaun boy. I stay super hot. I love that shit. Shout out to Toby that showed me that shit. And but from there to there, it was supposed to go body language, magnificent cadence, solo nasty with the word flip flop on my field, get drilled with the drop kick drum on the beat, add this kick to the cheek. You know, I wanted that part right there. I was really happy that I wrote because it was like ending bar, and then that can actually piece to that the overall concept. In addition to it sounding like a movie, and this is gonna sound crazy, but I wanted it to sound like Mario as he's running through a stage and he's catching different jumps. Like it's a platform game, so it's like this way, and then he has to jump and then skirt this way and go over here and then right here, and then it's like ba 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 ba, and then he's like really flying to take off, and then when he jumps, he's up ba 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 ba. Like I wanted that like bouncy shit, that bouncy type of cadence, which is why like I was really proud of how this joint came off, how it kicked off the track, and I just was really happy with it. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm actually gonna play the song over my ears and then just like comments as it's going on. Yeah, so that startup was DJ shit. Let it ride out. I always do an 8-bar intro. I know you motherfuckers are tired of it, but I'm not. Little cut right there. This is all freestyle too. Let me get it. I'm just like feeling it. Hold up. I'm gonna take a pause. Like just the swaggy lines I wanted to pull out to draw the listener in. Like, yo, I want to listen to this shit. Blue Jay eating blueberries. I stay wary of witches that sell pictures of fairies. Pennywise and dairy. Primary, let me sum up the cemetery. It's filled with a bunch of bitches want to visit for Mr. Legendary. Lengthwise, they pine size, I'm full size. Hold up, I'ma take a pause from the culinary. Like, let me just stop cooking these motherfuckers and just explain shit. Let me stop cooking. Let me just explain. Makes it easy to feel the stationary. Grown up. That's big, dude. That's, if you take nothing from me, take that. Like when you grown up, you only need to do what's necessary. You don't gotta appease nobody. When you grown up, I don't got time for that. I got time to make you happy. I'm bad. I'm working on me. I'm only doing what's necessary. Is it necessary? No. Fuck it. Savage baby, treat my freezer like a mortuary. Dude, I'm a savage baby. Treat my freezer like a mortuary. Like, yeah, that's not like if I'm too tired to bury these dead ass bodies, just put them in my freezer, bro. And toe tag these motherfuckers. Love that. I love that shit so much. Just stand in my shoes, peep the dude. I'm a visionary. Like, put yourself in my shit, and when you actually immerse, you're gonna see the shit that I see. Sand in the room, beach views. We in heaven, baby. Like this shit. Like my bedroom starts where the beach. Or my bedroom ends where the beach starts type shit. Bang coming to. It's customary. Dude, that shit. I don't mean to pause every one of these, but just like slaughter voluntary. Like I'm not just like out here just killing people just to kill them. Like you got to put yourself on my radar and you got to come at me. You do that. You asked for it. I'm sorry. Like I didn't do it. I didn't start it, but I'm gonna let people know that they don't want that treatment type shit. That right there, bro. Like, let me get a new groove, new mood on my stellar shit. I was done with that idea. I was done with that. I'm finished with that. Let me get a new groove, new mood on my stellar shit. And I was wearing some Nikes, my white and black Nikes. And I'm like, because I'm at work when I'm writing my shit, right? You know? And I see like this big ass fucking swish, big ass fucking Nike shit on my shit, bro. And I'm like, no stiletto, but my heel equipped with the Nike swish. Like, I don't have a stiletto heel type blade type shit. Like it was a play on like the stiletto heel blade, but also like Stella's new groove. Like I like to keep that alliteration type shit. And it was like new groove. Like she has stiletto heels. I don't got them. I got a Nike swish. Chef KingKillaCruz. Actually fucked up right there. Chef KingKillaCruz. It's supposed to be Chef KingKillaCruz. Cook my food, check my wrist. It's supposed to be that. But I said, check my food, check my wrist, because I fumbled over my shit. Because there are times where like I'm reading when I'm writing, but then it sounds like I'm reading when I'm writing. So then I was like, let me put the pad down and just like start, because I know the lyrics, right? At that point, it's just like a comfort thing. Like I just gotta be there, like throw the pad away, And sometimes I'll fuck up a lyric, but I was like, check my food, check my. It sounded swaggy in post. I'm like, fuck it, keep it. Too sick movement, 5 and weed, footwork for this pussy's just a fancy feed. That bar, bro. Honestly, and this should show. You'll see it in future episodes, but I get inspired by literally anything and anybody. And that lyric right there, footwork for these pussies, it's a fancy feast. Literally, shout out to my homegirl Rania. She was remembering this episode in The Office where Andy couldn't remember the jingle to some fucking jingle, and Ronnie's explaining it to me, and she's like cracking up, and he's like, love that fancy feast. And she's like, because it's a cat food and it's not the thing. And I'm like, it's funny. I get it. It's funny. And I was like, oh, fancy feast is a cat food. I'm like, I could probably flip that somewhere. So footwork for these pussies. It's a fancy feast. Like back to like just swaggy shit. Down with the pound if they come to cheat. It's a crazy ride, no lie. You rolling with me. You know the vibe. You know. That echo effect, like that shit that starts doubling and tripling. And the thing that I love the most is when it doubles and triples and shit like that. When I get back to the verse, it goes away. And it's like a moment of clarity. And I think that's why that bang really fucks with me, because I get lost in this part. Get lost in this part. Go off. Insane with the paper, neighbors bang on my door. Was I being too loud? Nah, turn it up some more. That's a nod to Kid Cudi. I forget what record that was. I just remembered what record it was like a week ago. I actually had an argument with Rania about that. I couldn't figure out what joint that was. It was like me, Rania, and Rachel. We were just like trying to figure out what song it was. Like we all remember, but it's like neighbors say, "Can you keep it down?" So there's like, there ain't no music on. Nah, that weed is loud. Some shit like that. And I wanted to flip that on its head. So it's like, neighbors bang on my door. Was I being too loud? Nah, turn it up some more. I like fucking with it. The audience listens attentively, and nod their heads secretly. Look and see a star before your eyes and tune your frequency. Frequently, what we conceive, what people dream easily. Equally, dude, that shit, I love that shit, because that's what. And I don't mean to like suck my own dick on some shit, but like that's a smart ass bar. Like. Star before your eyes, tune your frequency. Frequently, what we conceive, what people dream easily. Like we do what people dream about. Light work, like you don't understand, bro. And this isn't like, man, people dreaming about money, cars, and clothes, and hoes and shit like that, and we got that easily. I'm talking more on like a spiritual level, like more on like a higher learning type level. Like I'm just happy. I just have good times. I perform on stage, improv, confidence, all this shit. And I just create it. And people only dream to do that shit. Especially during this past couple of weeks, months, where like where I'm breaking through this bubble and I'm getting random people that are okay with like critiquing my shit, and they're just like letting me have it. They wish that they could like actually try to release content out there. Like they wish they could do a lot of shit, and it's like a level of pissed offness where they see people, artists around them do it at whatever level they do it at, and the first motivation is like, man, fuck that person. I wish I could do that. Let me hate them so maybe they can stop doing that and be miserable with me. Like, nah, bro. Like this song is on such a higher level of just like, bro, put your mind to it, do it, and it's easy. It's cake. It's sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like it's flowy, and people wish they could do that shit. So it's like frequently what people dream that they could do, we do it easily. Because I'm grown up, so I don't even pay you any mind. If you won't cry at my funeral, bro, I give you no fucking second thought about how you feel about my shit. If you're not gonna be at my funeral on a rainy day, let alone see me get buried on a rainy day and be there, why the fuck would I care about how you feel about me now type shit.
Can see a star before your eyes and tune your frequency. Frequently what we can see what people dream easily.
Equally, I'm the reason the method lays peacefully. Like that part, I had to bring people like back on it. Like I'm speaking figuratively, you know, like speaking figuratively, like just to snap them back. I love that shit, because that shit's like back to like solo swag shit, like word flip in there, like it continues on. Like I'm speaking figuratively, it figures how I rock. I metaphor, but then it also plays on the like I met a 4 who moves like a 6. Like, you know, those type of people, like no matter who the fuck they are, they're like, oh, you think you hotter than what you actually are, like. And it's funny because 6 is around average. They're like, dog, you're not even average. Like I met a 4 who moved like a 6, and they're intent to bop like they. And bop is like, I'm using the old school and the new school type of version. Like, so bop, fuck, bop, fight. Like I met a 4 who moved like a 6, intent to bop. Like what the fuck? Like the fuck out of here. Like no, thank you. No, thank you, whoever it is. I've this whole project, besides like the really obvious ones, I try to keep a lot of my lyrics like they should work for both men and women type shit. Because like a couple projects ago, especially during the cloud, one of my main feedbacks was like, man, I love your songs, but I feel like they're just from your perspective and they only apply to you, and I want something that like invites me in as well. So like girls can be like, man, I met a 4 who moved like a 6. Like I met a dude that wasn't that hot who thought he was. Or like even dudes like, man, I met a girl who was trying that hot but wasn't that good. Or like, man, you move in like a 6 but you really a 4. Like that type shit. Like I really was like really thinking about every word that I fucking wrote down on this specific track. Pedals to the loaders, then whips them up. Black Shack and Barrel getting boogie drop. Swear to God, you ASAP. I'm raw like Deshaun, boy. I stay super hot.
To the K, you know the
This is where it's panning left to right. This is that envelope shit, dude. Fucking 2 different things. Man, louder. Hey, bro, that shit was hard, bro. Fuck y'all. That shit was hard, bro. This part. So that wait for it. Bro, that wait for it, it was because I think I had to do that take like 2 or 3 times just because like leading into it. And the time that I killed it, I was going for it and there was more shit at the end, but then Freeze stopped it. And so that wait for it that I said was me to him, like, hold on now, wait for it. But it was left in, and I'm like, you know, I could probably edit it out and post, but the for it part hits right when that beat comes in. So I'm like, fuck it, leave it in. Why not? And I had a vision to do this ending because this is also a very iconic part of Mario. But then I wanted to like put a bow on it. I'm actually saying this. You can hear my breaths. I'm actually saying that shit again, and I'm not saying it like sand in my shoes, peep the dude. I'm like sand in my shoes, peep the dude. I'm a visionary. Just because like I wanted to get my mind in it, and I wanted like the natural like drag from it. Just because like I fucks with, even back as a kid, I fuck with Chopped and Screwed. I think my favorite, I love Chameleonaire's The Sound of a Revenge, Screwed and Chopped more than the actual original version. And then obviously when ASAP Mob came out and they did that slowed shit, which I believe they got it from a separate SoundCloud group. No disrespect, I just forget their name. But there was a big conglomerate, and they were coming up at the same time as ASAP Mob, specifically ASAP Rocky. I forget that group, God, but it was during like the SoundCloud area. But they did like that like slowed down shit too, and I always fucked with it. I always loved it. And art is art, and if whatever inspires you to create something and create that vibe, like I'm all about. So I wanted to like actually do it authentically as well. So sand in my shoe, and you can hear me take breaths throughout the bitch. We in heaven, baby. Gang KingKillaCruz, like full slaughter, voluntary. And then that, bro. That I'm speaking figuratively. It figures how I rock. Like it was another like ending bookend. Just like, this is figuratively. Like, I don't want anybody to like put me up in court and be like, you have bodies in your freezer, or you have a whole graveyard, because you know how motherfuckers be. Motherfuckers be weird, bro. But it's just like, I'm speaking figuratively. It figures how I rock. Like, this is my mindset. I wanted people to get into my mindset. So yeah, that's the joint, bro. That's episode 1. Damn, the shit was 31 minutes. Honestly, might just leave it 31 because it's supposed to be a commentary. I'm not trying to like fucking build some shit on some shit. I just want like the authentically real me. I don't want a type of like edited down. Not saying like hey man, I'm not dissing anybody at all, but it's just like, also I don't want to edit this video. I just want to post this bitch up. Yo, feel me? Keep looking out for episode 2. It's gonna be no schedule for this shit. It's just when I have time, there's gonna be episode 2. So subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, hit that love button, you feel me? And then watch my scared video compilations of me playing video games, being just hanging out and just existing. Thank you so much for checking this one out, squad. Be good, be safe, but above all else, be you, and I'll catch you guys on the flip flop later.